This is the goal now, to bring impact to the Western world, to bring solutions that are better than the solution that we have today, more environmental friendly and more economical.
Welcome to 20-Minute Leaders. Just sit back, relax, and learn from the leaders of today. It's a journey. Each one is different, unique, inspiring. Let's get started. 20-Minute Leaders is a proud supporter of Make-A-Wish Israel and Tech to Peace, and is in proud collaboration with Secret Chord Ventures, J Ventures, Riverside FM, Fusion VC, Birthright Excel, J Impact, Leap, Google for Startups, and Hippo, and in media partnership with CTech. Welcome to 20-Minute Leaders. I'm with Oshik Efrati, the CEO, co-founder, and board member at HomeBiogas. Oshik graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Marine Sciences, specializing in water treatment. Oshik led the product development team at Shoresh, Israel's largest tactical gear manufacturer and exporter, where he launched an innovative product sold on a global scale. His next entrepreneurial endeavor was founding HomeBiogas together with his co-founders Yair and Erez Lanzer in 2012. Thank you very much for being here, Oshik. You're working on some really exciting things, and I'm looking forward to picking your brain in these 20 minutes as to why you are so excited about them. And with HomeBiogas, looking at waste, looking at renewable energy, really fascinating topic that has been emerging over the last really recent years, and looking more critically at the world and the way that we manage our waste. So I have to understand first from you, Oshik, what do you really care about? You know, what is this whole thing about for you?
So it's a big question, but starting with a product. We want to turn waste into something with value. And actually, if you look on life, so it's a good thing to do, to take something problematic and to turn it into something valuable. So this is what we are doing with our product. We are creating solution to treat organic waste, which is a big problem, and turn it into renewable energy, which is great solution. So we take a problem and turn it into a solution. And what else? What did you ask more than what would you like to know?
Well, where does this meet you? I mean, looking at waste, renewable solutions, looking at the world. I mean, why do you care about this so much? I mean, everybody cares about, waste management, and everybody conceptually cares about renewable energy. But why are you dedicating your life right now to solving this problem?
Yes. Okay. So interesting question. Actually, before HomeBiogas, I found myself inventing products. Some of them were really successful in the market. Some of the product I developed got to a stage of mass production, and I understood the effect of success. When you succeed in doing something that go into the masses, you actually create a lot of waste. And 10 years ago, when I decided to go to the next project, I looked for a project that is actually not only will be success economically, but I also wanted to make something that will do good to humans, good to the environment. I wanted to create a product that will actually make an impact. And once I found it, the effect of it is actually amazing. It gives you huge motivation. It gives a lot of reason to wake up in the morning and to push the whole industry, 100 years old industry of waste management, disrupt it, make new solution, a lot of money, save a lot of pollution, improve people's lives, and actually make a positive impact on the world.
So before we get into more concretely the problem that you're solving and the way that you're creatively solving it with HomeBiogas,
as an entrepreneur and sort of as a leader in this endeavor, do you have some set KPIs in your mind or some set, matrix that will define success for you? In other words, what is sort of the big goal here of home biogas? You're mentioning making an impact. It's not just economically. What is sort of the North Star that you're aligning yourself and your organization to?
Yeah, so definitely I have KPIs, I have dreams, I have goals, and it's evolving. As the company grows, the dreams and the goals are also growing up. At the beginning, the early stage of the company, the goal was to bring solutions to developing countries, to Africa, Southeast Asia, 3 billion people that don't have access to cooking, to clean cooking gas. They are still using fire cook, suffer from indoor air pollution, breathing the smoke. So at the beginning, the goal was to make it affordable, to make biogas affordable and available to those people. Now, after 10 years, I feel that we actually accomplished goal. And now we have new dreams. Now we want to create solutions to people like to people in Western countries, in developed countries, the US, to bring solutions for restaurants, hotels, multifamily houses, ground houses. We are adjusting all the products to more advanced technology that will be a market fit to to the US, for example. So this is the goal now, to bring impact to the Western world, to bring solutions that are better than the solution that we have today, more environmental friendly and more economical.
So, okay, so we have to go back and lay the groundwork for all of us to understand. So, looking at waste management and energy, what is, in effect, the problem that you're mentioning, a century-old problem, much more than that probably? Well, what is the problem that you're setting out to solve? And where is home biogas positioning itself within the solution space?
Right. So today, actually, there is a huge problem on climate change, as we all know. And one of the causes of climate change is the greenhouse gases. The world is getting hotter. And one of the major source of greenhouse gases is methane gas. Methane gas, CH4, is produced by waste. Actually, more than 50% of the methane gas, which is a very strong greenhouse gas, produced by organic waste. Now, most of the waste today ends up in landfills, which it's actually a hole in the ground. And the transportation of waste is also a very pollutive. All the transportation and the landfilling is a very pollutive process, and it's also very expensive. And what we are doing is we are actually creating systems that are like trash cans that you throw the organic waste into it. But instead of collecting it, it's just treating the waste on site by a biological process and turn it into energy that you can use on site. And with this solution, we are working with families, for example, in Kenya, in Africa, families in Mexico, in Brazil. But we're also working with thousands of families already in the US, in Australia, in Europe. So this is what we do.
And then, so more tangibly, what is home biogas as a product? Well, what does the company actually do?
The company, what we are doing is, first we are developing the product, which is a very innovative process. All the process from the beginning till the end, we are developing it here, transform it from development stage to manufacturing stage, and then we market the product. We have a chain of distributors. We have 20 countries that we already have distributors that are working locally. Some of the countries, like Kenya, we are working ourselves. in front of the people. And we are creating awareness with the people and then sell the product, give after sale support. We are doing the whole cycle. And we also have projects with the international organizations. We just finished a project, 2 projects with the UN, one in Malawi, one in Zimbabwe. We installed biogas system to treat the organic waste of refugee camps in Malawi and Zimbabwe and turn it into local energy.
So really paint me a picture of what this product is, because for those that aren't going to the website and seeing it in person, this is a physical product that people actually interact with in the day to day. So what really, trend and describe to me, how does this look? What does it actually do? And what is sort of the consumer experience that a person who uses HomeBiogas's product, what do they actually have to do to turn their waste into renewable energy?
Right. So I'll tell you about my family, my house. I have 2 kids and a beautiful wife, and we have food left over after, every day we are ending up with something like 3-4 liters of vegetables, meat, dairy product. So we are segregating the organic waste. We have a different trash can for that one, small one. And then at the end of the day, I'm taking this trash can, the organic can, where I'm going out and there in the garden, I have a biogas system. It's like in the size of a yard, big trash can, and I'm throwing the waste into it. The waste goes down to an anaerobic digester. That in this digester there are bacteria that decompose the waste and break it down and produce biogas. Biogas made out of mostly from methane gas. The system know how to clean the gas, collect it, and eventually deliver it back to the kitchen. And actually, we are cooking on biogas for the last 8 years. All our meals, we are cooking on biogas. That is, the system also create liquid fertilizer.
Wow.
And the liquid fertilizer is connected to my garden through an irrigation system. And it's amazing what it's doing to the plants. It's really amazing.
So literally you're taking the existing waste that you're producing, you're turning it into energy that is enough to allow you to cook your next meals, which then creates a cycle that you're basically self-sustaining, plus you're getting this fertilizer. So you're actually even getting a net positive from this whole process. Now, what's in it for the average consumer? So in other words, it's great it sounds amazing for people that are very proactive and care, but how do we get this so that every house in the world uses this product either? And I'm curious both, by the way, from a behavioral perspective. So how do we actually get people to choose to intentionally spend more minutes of the day doing this, but also on cost efficiency, going ahead and purchasing something like this? How does it actually work?
So we have different types of customers. I will start with the ones in Kenya, for example. Kenya is a very good market for us. A family in Kenya pays $35 a month on firewood. And we actually provide them a biogas system for $30 a month. And after 2.5 years, they own the device, it's theirs. So they save money from the first day. They feed it with the cow manure. They have cows in their backyard, and they feed it with the cow manure. And actually, they get enough gas for all their meals. So actually, they save money, and they get clean gas because they suffer from the smoke, from the firewood is creating a lot of smoke, and creating respiration diseases. This is one type of customer. Other type is like in the US, we have thousands of families that actually have the goal to reach to a point that they are self-sustained, that they have a self-sustained house that is providing its own energy, treating its own waste. They want to reduce the footprint. It's a growing community. There is a lot of knowledge transfer between them. and we are giving them the best solution how to treat organic waste. Other communities are off-gridders. Off-gridders are many in the US. They live in a place where they are not connected to the grid of electricity or not connected to the grid of sewage, and they need solution to treat their human waste, and their food waste, and we have provided them solution. The future, where we are heading now, is, for example, for a multi-family house. So you have the same mechanism that you have today. Either you throw the waste through a kitchen grinder or through the chute where you throw the waste today. And the system will take it directly from the kitchen grinder to the biogas system. And the biogas system will create energy that will heat the water for the whole multi-family house. We have already few systems like that. Kitchens, this is the next stage of home biogas. We are adjusting those solutions to restaurants, for example. And in those scenarios, we are actually providing a better way, a more user-friendly way to throw the waste. So it will be easier for the normal user than take the waste outside to the garbage.
So I have to say, Oshik, at this point, I'm sold. It sounds perfect. It sounds like it's economical. It's easy to implement. The consumer side of it is very friendly. So what's the barrier to having this in every house in the world? I mean, there must be some challenge, some reason why this is a little bit difficult to scale, or this is challenging. And what are the different things that you're grappling with leading this endeavor that make it a little bit challenging to push to be a market leader here?
Well, it's a process, it's a journey. It took us years to achieve our goals in developing countries, to create distribution channels, to get to the right product, the right price. Now we are doing it. We are now on the stage of, we are behind prototype and proof of concept, and we are actually now in the stage of beta site. Beta site is where we are putting those systems to strategic customers, and we learn and see that it's going well. Next year, it will go to the next stage, to commercial stage, and then you will start to see it more and more. In this journey, there are many obstacles. It can be awareness, regulation, competition with the normal waste management stream. So it's a journey, and we are walking there and going ahead.
So tell me a little bit about awareness. How do you do market education in a world like this? You're changing a century-old behavior. How do you get people to understand that while they were used to doing X, now they're going to do Y? How do you go about this?
Yeah. So actually, we are now in time, like 10 years ago when we started, we were considered like weirdos, tree huggers. No one understood what we are really doing. I think today we are more like heroes, because what happened is the awareness for climate change, the awareness for the crisis that we are actually going through now, it changed a lot. I think last year was the turning point. 2021 was the turning point. Some of it is because the Biden administration. Some of it is because the UN report, which was unbelievable, the UN report about climate change. Many things happened last year, and I think the awareness went up. Now there is new regulation, for example, in California, California, Vermont, that you cannot throw organic waste that will end up in landfill. It's forbidden to take organic waste to landfills. There is the crisis now in Ukraine, Putin, that is actually Russia is sourcing most of the gas to Europe and to other places. It's actually sponsoring the war. So I think a lot of things are happening around us that are working to raise the awareness for more sustainable solution, more more sustainable, more ecological, more economical solution, and we are there. So our efforts, I'm speaking with you, I'm speaking with the students, we are doing marketing, we are doing a lot of work to raise the awareness, not just for our solution, but to put a focus on the problem. Uh, and yeah, there is a lot more to be done.
Right. And I think that it's important to understand that this is a years of journey, right? This is not an overnight idea. It's not that you came and said overnight, okay, now we have this new system, it's perfect, and we're going. There's a lot of R&D here. It's a long journey. I love how you're starting with the underdeveloped areas and you're creating what sounded to me when you were talking about the $35 a month for the firewood and the $30 a month for the home biogas mechanism. You're not just going and as a what a decade ago people would call tree hugger, going and preaching to somebody to worsen their own condition for the sake of the world, which probably in its utilitarian point of view is the right thing to do on a global scale. But you're actually finding innovative, research-driven solutions that are making it a real necessity for people to want to do this, right? Because you're actually saving them money, you're making it more economical. And I love the perspective of the journey that you're on to at the end bring this to every house in the world, multi-family house. It's a really awesome journey, and I urge anybody to go into your website. It's the product looks so cool, and you have all these different case studies there of the different people in different countries of how they use it. So I think that it's such a valuable mission, and definitely an inspiration for me for why you do what you do. So Oshik, thank you very, very much. This was a pleasure. Best of luck with Home Biogas. Best of luck with the remainder of the journey. And I look forward to seeing it in my own home.
Thank you very much for hosting me.